The top 3 myths about buying a home in Denver. Hello, it's Sean Closset, your trusted Denver real estate expert. If you're thinking about buying a home out here in Denver, chances are you've already been hit with a lot of mixed messages, online stories, your friends, your family, maybe even from national news outlets. And while it sounds convincing, the truth is a lot of what people believe about buying a home in Denver simply is not accurate. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 of the most common myths that I hear from buyers here in Denver, especially first-time home buyers. And more importantly, I'll explain what the reality actually looks like in 2025 based on what I'm seeing every day in the market. Let's get started. Myth number 1. You need 20% down to buy a house. Buzz, nope. This is probably the most common myth in real estate across the board, not just Denver. For decades, people have been told that you need to save 20% of the home's purchase price in order to buy. That's totally wrong. There are mortgages out there where you only need 3% down. And then there's like first-time home buyer programs where they have loan assistance where you can get into a house with just maybe a couple $1,000s down. So there are all kinds of programs out there. So let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit more. In Denver, with the median home price hovering around $600,000, if you were to put 20% down, that means that you'd have to come up with $120,000 just for the down payment. That's simply not feasible for most buyers, and it's not required. Today, there are several common loan options that require far less money down. Conventional loans starting at 3 to 5% down for qualified buyers. FHA loans with as little as 3.5% down. Also, VA and USDA loans offering zero down options for eligible buyers. In addition, many buyers are using gift funds from family, employer relocation assistance, or down payment assistance programs to bridge the gap. The key takeaway here is you're buying a house, the American dream. So really, in a nutshell, waiting to save 20% down before buying could be putting your future on hold unnecessarily. Instead, the smarter approach is to focus on what monthly payment you're comfortable with, how much total cash you need to close, including closing costs, whether your credit or your income qualify you for the low down payment loan assistance program. 20% down might help you avoid mortgage insurance and lower your monthly payment, but it's not a requirement to basically play the game. Myth number 2, the market is about to crash, so it's better to wait. No one can predict the market, period, even a seasoned professional real estate broker like myself. This is one I hear all the time, and it's driven by fear. People worry they'll buy at the top of the market and lose money if values drop, But the reality here in Denver is more of a nuance than that. Yes, the market has cooled down since the red-hot multiple offer frenzy in 2021 and 22, but it doesn't mean a crash is coming. What we're experiencing right now is normalization. We're normal. A shift towards a more balanced market where buyers have a bit more leverage, homes are staying on the market longer, and the price growth is slowing. That's a healthy adjustment. And while interest rates are higher than they have been in a while, I do see the future where they are going to start to slowly trickle down. Prices are no longer skyrocketing, and the buyers have room to negotiate for repairs, request seller concessions, and also avoid overpaying just to compete in a crazy market. We're not there anymore. The biggest danger in waiting too long is that you might just be sitting out during when the market where the opportunities actually exist. And by that time, you'll feel a little safe to jump in. Prices and rates may rise again, reducing affordability. So basically, timing the market rarely works out perfectly. Instead, you should be asking, am I financially ready to buy and sustain home ownership? Does it make sense for my lifestyle and long-term goals? Can I secure a home that meets my needs and builds equity over time? If the answer is yes, then waiting for the perfect market condition could actually cost you more than it saves. Myth number 3, you have to offer over asking price to get a home in Denver. Nope, that game is over. That was absolutely truly on point during COVID. Right now, you don't see a whole lot of bidding wars unless someone really prices their house really too low from a poor realtor. Then you'll see some bidding wars. But I haven't seen it in quite some time. But in today's market, 2025 right now, Denver is operating in a much more balanced space where we're still seeing competition on well-priced, move-in ready homes in most desirable neighborhoods, especially when they're newly listed. But the majority of homes right now are basically sitting on the market longer. We're basically seeing homes sit on the market 30, 60 plus days. We're also priced more realistically on a balanced market. I mean, everything is just price real. Open to negotiate on both price and terms. So the seller is willing to negotiate. This is definitely good for a buyer. In fact, depending on the property, many buyers are actually purchasing at asking or below purchase price, especially if the home's been on the market for over a couple of weeks. There's some room to negotiate a better price. The idea that you must offer over asking is outdated, and it can lead buyers to stretch themselves too thin unnecessarily. So here's a key point to crush that myth. Understand the neighborhood and what similar homes are selling for. A professional real estate broker will help educate you in that regard. Evaluate the days on market and also the seller motivation. Work with an agent who knows when it's time to compete and when it's time to negotiate. Right here. If you're working with a professional who understands the Denver market, you'll be able to identify which homes truly require a strong offer and which ones are overpriced and are sitting longer than they should be. In conclusion here, buying a home is a major decision, and it's easy to get overwhelmed by opinions and assumptions. But here's the truth. Number one, you do not need 20% down to buy a home in Denver, period. The market is not crashing. It is basically adjusted. You don't always have to go over asking to get your home under contract. So if you're serious about buying in Denver and you want expert guidance based on real information, local market conditions, not internet rumors, I'm here to help you navigate every step of the process. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for more straight to the point real estate tips for buyers out here in Denver. See you in the next video. Cheers.